Similar Podcast.
Cheer. What's going on, everybody? Good evening. Ali Similar Podcast, episode number 30. Feels good. I am Rello. To the right of me, I have
Hypa. Man, what up?
This nigga said 20. What?
Oh, well. Y'all know what I mean. I ain't Spanish.
Treinta.
Let's try this again.
Treinta. I am Rello. To the right of me, I have
DJ Hypa. I'm here. What up?
DJ Dane-Ja. I'm here. What's up?
It's Darren. What's good?
Strong.
It's Ease. Treinta.
30.
Niggas still trying. Hey, yo, just because you got connects across the water don't mean.
I guess.
You from the Bronx. You supposed to know how to say
Oh, he got him.
You get big all the time with that.
Rello got time today.
Episode number 30,
You
man.
close to the Bronx now, nigga.
Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right. Episode 30, man. How everybody feeling? How's everybody's weekend? Fill us in. Anything good happened for the weekend? What was up?
I went to the movies. I went to go see Widows.
Oh, how was that?
It's
yeah, how was that?
Gucci.
I'm ready for that. I need to see that.
Yo,
too.
is that the scary movie?
Nah.
Wow, this
I don't fuck with scary movies anyway. Widows.
is about these.
I mean,
So it's basically. I don't want to mess it up for y'all, but it's homie that plays from The Taken.
Liam Neeson,
Yeah, I don't be knowing these dog names like that.
Yeah.
And then the lady
That's my
from
guy.
How to Get Away with Murder.
Viola Davis.
Yeah, dope
Real
movie.
know everybody.
Yeah, dope movie. Me and
Yeah,
wifey
it's
went
really
to, it was like, what? QT, quality time.
Had y'all a little date night?
Nice. You need
Yeah,
those.
yeah,
though.
yeah.
You
that's
don't
always
need
good, man.
That was it. Danger.
those.
Oh, we going in order?
Just
Nah,
fill
nah.
niggas in. You know the routine.
Same old. Did my little Reeve thing. I gotta recommend the spa. It's called Sojo. Sojo Spa is in Jersey. I heard it's only been open for like a year. High recommendations. It's the best spa I ever been to. I never used to go to the spa, but when you're around female, they introduce you to that shit. But y'all niggas play sports, so to go into the spa is semi required because it loosens your muscles, loosens your body.
Like physical
therapy.
I go to the spa.
Word.
But
The last time I went to the spa, I ain't even gonna hold you. Last time I went to the spa was like 2016, 17. I gotta do better than that.
Yo, that's part of being healthy, yo.
You go to the spa?
No.
I'm just saying. I'm not healthy.
This nigga giving me the advice, but not taking his own advice.
I'm just saying, man. I
Facts.
It's part of being healthy, but
That's
I
what's
don't.
up.
Yeah, I don't do it. My weekend was pretty dope. Oh,
Yeah, I'm done.
you done? Oh. Saturday after class, I went to SOB's for one of my coworkers' birthday. Had fun. Dog, I gotta say this, and I ain't saying this because y'all my friends, but a lot of DJs
I
need
knew it was
work.
coming. I knew when that was
A lot
coming.
of DJs need work, son. Like, a lot of them need work because the dude was killing the vibe like crazy. I didn't realize how much
Important a
of a
DJ was.
good DJ you have to be to keep the flow going. It's like I knew like exactly when he was going to fuck up because it was like, all right, he'll lower the music of the previous song and then raise the music of the next song. And I'm like, no, you can't do that.
So he's not mixing and blending.
Yeah, he's not blending. It ain't
One of those.
no instrumental of the new song he about to
Is
throw
he
into.
talking while he lowered the music, or he's just lowering?
You're like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yo, if you got any birthdays out there, I'm like, I know what you're doing. You can't. You're not tricking me. Like,
I got DJ friends. I know what that's about. You
I'm
feel
like,
me?
come on, bro.
Yo, you know what's the sad thing? I envy those type of situations. Anybody knows SOBs. It's like a monument for for Manhattan and New York. SOBs is like, and then you come with those kind of stories when you have actual talented niggas out there that don't get those type of opportunities. That's, just my thoughts.
I mean, it was a few DJs through the night.
Mm-hmm.
That first one was trash, and then some. I ain't gonna give too much promo because these niggas are the best DJs ever. So
Appreciate
you know
it.
what I'm
Thank
saying?
you, bro.
But
Look at my brother.
yeah, son, it was dope though. I had a good time, and Sunday chill with the fam. Sunday dinner with my grandma.
Nice,
And,
nice.
you know, chill out with the fam.
Sound fun.
What I do? Went to my man's birthday party. That was cool. And then I worked for the rest of the weekend. So it's all about that cash.
Guap, yep.
Get to the cake.
Yes, sir. June, anything special for you?
Saturday, what was Saturday? Baby shower. Then I think on Sunday I was helping Hypa do some shit.
Oh, yeah,
Other than that,
yeah.
had a long weekend, but some other shit happened.
This nigga talk like a felon. How's your weekend, Jordan? Yeah, same shit.
Some shit robbing niggas. Some shit.
Actually, I still got the nigga tooth in my knuckle. Like, nigga.
What about you, Rel? Weekend was good. What I do this weekend? Oh, I had
Low key bowling.
Nah.
Probably.
You see, I looked at him.
Probably got his own bowling league and shit.
Nah, I went to. It was productive. I had a meeting on Saturday, and then I had an audition on Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
Sunday.
That's what's up.
What's
So
your
it was
audition
good.
for?
Oh, okay.
A web YouTube series.
Oh, it's lit.
Lit. That's what's up.
But other than that, this weekend was good. Worked for the rest of the weekend. You know how that goes. I had to make that cash. So we're gonna jump right into this thing.
I'm the only nigga that didn't make money this weekend. I gotta change my life.
You got your degrees though. You good?
ICDC College.
Back to that again. We're gonna jump into the 6ix9ine story, man, which is kind of been the talked about story for the last maybe day or two. So 6ix9ine, has a couple of charges that he's facing. Some say possible life in prison, which is kind of a sad story for somebody that we've seen to, whether you like him or not, kind of be excelling in the hip hop industry or hip hop world, should I say. But this has happened to a lot of, hip hop people, the Meeks and everybody else. But when I seen the possible life headline, that was kind of rough for me. So, I don't know. How you guys feel about this? How you guys feel about this situation? Is it self-inflicted? How you guys feel about this, basically?
I feel like when it come down to it, I'm not a big fan of 6ix9ine. I do admire the fact that he went from where he started to where he's at now in a year. That shit is phenomenal, bro. Outside of Cardi B, he had the best start to his career from my perspective. I feel like it's corny that people is celebrating the fact that he's locked up. I don't care what he did to you, but somebody if you claim you from the streets and then you got issues with him or whatever the case may be, and you applaud that he get locked up, that ain't no street shit. You know what I'm saying? Even hood dudes don't do that to their enemies. So why they doing it? You know what I mean? He's a young kid. I think he's 22, 21.
22.
22? He's a young kid, just because he's this way now don't mean he's going to be the same way 3 years from now, you know what I'm saying? You got to allow somebody to try to grow. And I think in hip hop they don't do that shit at all. They don't allow you to even try to change. They be they call you a clone before they agree that you change your life. You know what I'm saying? Which is fucking Gucci sad, you know what I'm saying? But
Yo, they really still be calling Gucci a
yeah,
clone,
they
son.
he ain't real. The government the government took Gucci Man out of every nigga that they could take for black people to follow. They take Gucci Man and make him a clone. But that's another topic. But yeah, man, I just think it's unfortunate, man, because he got a lot of potential,
That's a fact.
Yep.
Anybody else chime in?
I don't think nobody liked Tekashi. That's what that mean.
Now, I was gonna say that, like you said, I think the life is a little far, a little too crazy. But at the same time, too, I think everyone I would say knew, something like that was capable of happening. But I also feel that you are the energy that you attract sometimes. So I feel like because of maybe his persona, the way he came off, maybe his energy was just so what's the word I'm looking for?
You ain't doing nothing.
I just feel like his.
I thought he'll get. For me, I thought he would get shot before he'll get locked up. I didn't see that locked up type of energy. I saw this nigga's gonna get hurt.
You're gonna get hurt or killed.
I agree.
Yeah, I just feel like his energy, man, is it just brought so much attention towards him to a point. It's rather if you would want to be happy for him, but it's the way I guess he portrays himself is kind of make people I know you're doing your thing, but I can't validate what you do because of the way that you are or you carry yourself as a person. But as far as music wise, not for nothing, man, he got hits, and him about to drop this project on Black Friday. I'll be lying if I say I'm not looking forward to it. I'd like to see what kind of other songs he got out there. But as far as what's going on with him, as far as the feds and basically locking him up or whatever, or planning on locking him up, I feel like the life shit is just a little stretchy.
You know what's sad? It's fortunate, but it's unfortunate that because he's locked up, the fact that his album is dropping on Friday, it's gonna do crazy numbers.
I'm pretty sure.
Like I feel like he's gonna do like
It's always something around him around the
gonna
time he
do
puts
like-
something out.
You think it's a publicity stunt?
Yeah,
No.
I see people trying to.
I'm not
Like
saying
how-
I'm not saying that it is. I'm just saying it's just always something.
It is, and I'm pretty
Every
sure
time.
it was done intentionally at some point. But this, I don't think you can fake being locked up for too long. Like how do
Because
you?
like the Fifi shit, like that
That's
song
when he
dropped
got- that's
when
when
he
he
got
got
kidnapped.
But he
Same-
was he
same
still
day he got
he was still
kidnapped.
speaking like what hours later or the following day. Like he's
The following
ever
day.
since he got locked up. How many days ago now? 2 days. 2 days.
Yeah.
You go on his gram, it's like it's nothing there, and you could tell that he's still locked up. I don't think you can lock. I don't think you like all that news that's being spread about him being incarcerated. Is that falsified?
No.
news?
I ain't saying that. I'm just saying it's just with him. Like it's just always something. Like the coincidence. Like the universe is talking to you, bro.
Uh-huh.
Like chill out, because it seemed like every time you about to do something positive, something trash happened to you. Like nigga, you get kidnapped when you about to drop the biggest single you had to that point. Well, not biggest, but the biggest feature you had to that point.
I think he experienced the saying of "be humble or life will do it for you." It was like it's very unfortunate to say. It's like every time you say like it was bound to happen, it sounds like we was waiting for it to happen, but it wasn't. It's like we're basically the OGs going through that been through shit like that, or can see things coming from a mile away, and we trying to give him the heads up before it happened. But like I was telling niggas earlier today, like when I was his age, whether I was fortunate not to be in his, whether I was unfortunate not to be in his position as far as financially, like when I was his age, like when we was all young, bro, like nobody could tell us nothing, like nothing.
But
nothing.
at the same time, like
So that I'm on his side to where it's like I feel a little sympathetic, because although he has all these OGs telling him, the rights, the wrongs, and the do's and the don'ts, it's like I'm the hottest nigga out here. I got more bread than everybody. You can't tell me nothing. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, they trying to throw the book at that man. I don't wish none of that on. Like I said, I don't wish. It's as cliche as that sound. I don't wish none of that on none of my enemies, and I stand by that. I don't wish death, and I don't wish death. I don't wish jail on no. I've been to the bookings for like a couple hours, and that shit, I get pissed off. And he's basically facing. How old is he? 22. People live to see 100 years. You got to do the math like that. Like he's gonna be in a box for 70, 80 years. Niggas is happy about that. That shit is fucking sad.
Yeah, that's the
son.
problem.
That's sad.
I
Bro.
see a lot of people like
That's sad.
happy about it.
You got to really process that. Like the niggas gonna be behind 4 walls for God knows how long. And niggas on social media like, ha, it's good for you. Like, nah, bro. Like, yeah, although he said some disrespectful shit, like I don't wish that upon him. Free that man.
I heard you. Drew, you got anything you want to say about the 6ix9ine issue?
Not really.
All right. So I want to get you guys' outlook on this, since we're talking about, people being incarcerated. First of all, have you got any one of you guys been in jail for a certain amount of time? And, if so, enlighten on the experience.
Is the bookings
I was just
jail?
about to say bookings is jail.
Is the bookings jail? Because that's the most I ever did.
Yeah, same thing with me.
It's a detention center, but I don't know if they call it a jail, but
I was at Facebook jail.
Who he was harassing, nigga, or what copyright infringement?
I put up a song that the Drake shit, and they got me, kid.
Which one?
Yeah, the same shit.
Kiki, I was sharing a video of him.
That usually happen when the
thing.
song, that usually happen when the song and the artist is really, really popular.
you got to put, I do not own the rights to this song.
Even when they see that, they be like, nigga, I don't care. I know you're not Drake. You got to get off. You feel me?
They got to chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, besides bookings, I've been to bookings twice. That's about it. Yeah, I've been to bookings twice. That's about it. So, not jail.
What about you, June?
Nah.
Why you laughing?
Like, Drew look like
that's
the
why I'm
nigga
like,
that
Niggas
was-
think June the first one to be a jail in this podcast.
This nigga trying to 6ix9ine me, bro.
Hey,
that
yo.
shit we was talking about. Yeah, that's a pause.
It's a red flag.
Yeah, that's a pause.
Red flag.
Nigga, you don't see bare red, nigga? Big
a
time
pause.
red flag. Nah.
Red flag.
Nah, I asked 'cause you ain't say nothing. You just turned away from the whole conversation.
Yeah,
Nah, because you look like the felon at this table.
He got the hoodie on.
Knocked on wood.
Hyper, what about you?
Nah. Bookings, that was it for me.
What the hell you do?
We
to
all
get
been
the
the
bookings?
bookings, B.
Yo,
Nah, I ain't gonna do that. Never
no,
mind.
put it this way. It's funny because
I don't mind.
I was waiting for somebody to say, yo, why you went to the bookings? Put it this way. It was one of those situations, niggas got the bookings for shit that don't even concern them. I'm going to leave it at that.
Oh, okay.
I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I remember that.
You wasn't there. You was with him too, right?
Yes, bro.
There's a whole
That's why I
gang of
said I remember. Nigga.
Yeah,
I
so
remember that.
just leave it at that.
I'm not gonna leave nothing at that. That's the whole purpose of
Yeah, word.
the podcast.
That was good. That would be a good story.
It was we was one of these nights we had an event. That's when
I
we
was
were.
there. I was there.
Yeah, we had an event.
Y'all all was in the booking at the same time?
I was.
I
I
ain't
mean, with
really,
them.
I ain't really know like at
it's
that.
kind of close to that.
I
It's
ain't
kinda
get.
close to
I ain't get in trouble with them.
that. But we was at
I ain't get in trouble with that.
we was at nigga try to so this
No
associate
fan
himself.
watching.
Heard you. We was at we did some event. The event, I'm gonna be honest. We've been drinking for some time. We some OGs, so they got different types of drinks.
Tokyo
Like
teas?
if you had different type of drinks that had names back in the days, you're gonna be like, yeah, what is that? But it was called Tokyo tea, right? It was green.
Yeah.
It was basically
Like a Long Island.
it was a
iced tea.
Long Island iced tea
But
with a
green.
splash. I don't know what the syrup that
shit
made it
is,
green.
yeah.
Is it a
Bruh.
hypnotic shit?
Nah.
That was the theme of the party. So basically, like if you go to an event and you see like Hennessy versus Patron, throughout the night niggas gonna be drinking Hennessy and Patron.
Yeah.
So everybody throughout the night was drinking Tokyo tea. It's basically the equivalent of everybody drinking a Long Island all night. If you ever drank a Long Island before, it's death. It's like a combination of 5 liquors in one.
Yeah.
So imagine that for 5-6 hours. So everybody's drunk, everybody's on edge, everybody is wilding, everybody's doing things that they probably wouldn't do if they were sober. I don't know. You don't gotta say names, but what provoked it, bro? What provoked it? Was it a girl situation? It had to have been. It's always girls.
It was either a girl situation or either it's just somebody specifically that was just wilding out.
Whatever the
And
case,
and then somebody get mad at that
we
person.
got outside.
Yeah.
Everybody started fighting. When I say everybody, me, I'm fighting. Hyper fighting. My girl fighting at the time. Everybody girl fighting at the time. We fighting these other niggas. We don't know where these niggas is from, but they basically came in there up to no good. They came to basically to wild out because they starting shit. We have events consistently with everybody and there's always love. There's never no fights in none of our events. It just so happened that it happened that night. When I talk about one small fight turned so big, I'm talking about it was a royal rumble outside. I'm talking about people who don't fight.
Jesus Christ.
I'm talking about it got to the point where now not only put it this way, bro, it was like our people fighting the ops. We don't know who these niggas is, so they the ops. All right? So punches is getting thrown. Now the cops come. They seen a whole bunch of black people fighting outside. This shit, we gotta break this shit up. This shit, it can escalate to God knows what. So now it just so happened that one cop car pull up and then a gang of other cop cars pull up.
I was the first one that they actually got.
It's like 20 cops versus a whole party of people. Can you just imagine that sight?
They had no control.
And you know what's so funny? At the time, imagine something like that happening right now. Somebody might get bodied, bro.
Yeah.
How times have changed. Shit is crazy, son. But not even moral of the story. It got to the point it was so crazy, nigga. You know me, I was a high head at the time. I'm swinging, yo, bro. I'm fucking fighting the cops, bro. Like, I'm like, yo, I didn't touch you. Don't fucking touch me. Get on the fucking garage or get on the floor or get on. I'm like, yo, I didn't touch you. Don't touch me. Yo, I turned around, I turned back, I felt the wine hit my head. So I said, yo, where you want me to go? You want me to go on the sidewalk? You want me to go on the floor? How far?
You didn't even catch it the worst.
Bruh.
Somebody got tombstoned, my nigga. Somebody
yeah.
got tombstoned.
On the
Where the
police
hell
car.
was you with
On
this?
the police car.
Watching.
He was on the sideline.
Nigga, I seen this shit get hot. What I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna get caught by the cops. I seen the cops. I say, yo, boys, niggas they respond. I'm like, boys, all right, I'm low.
This
Nigga.
video, like,
Yo, put
I'm
it this
low.
way. We scrapping with these other guys. Yo, call them saying boys and all that. the cops got there. It was too late to dip, bro. Like they got. I'm
got
talking
low.
about they handcuffed. Oh, wait, I remember who you talk about.
Yep. Oh,
It
yeah.
just caught me.
Yep. Body
he had
slam that
he
nigga.
had a knot in his
Yep,
jaw. Oh
big
my
knot.
God.
Big night.
Mind you, I'm in the party, right? And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Yo, niggas fighting outside. I'm not going outside.
You know what's so funny? It started like that with me until I found out who it was. I
didn't
was
know
laughing
who-
like, look at
I
these
didn't-
dickheads. Look at,
I didn't know
and
who
I was
it
like,
was.
wait.
That's my niggas.
Yo, that's Hypa. Yo, I think I was with you, right? I was with you.
I think so. You was
I
next
was
to me.
laughing.
Yeah,
I'm
you was
like,
next
look
to
at
me.
these niggas. Look at these. I'm drunk.
I was the first
I'm-
one that they actually had in handcuffs first,
Hell yeah.
and then Danger.
Yo,
That's not even a funny part.
literally a domino effect.
Yo,
He got
dogs.
locked up, then I got locked up, then my shorty got locked up, then his man got locked up. I'm talking about, this is where the bookings came in. Like 50 niggas went to the bookings last night, and like
Yo.
20 girls.
But at least y'all in
Yo.
the bookings with people I know. It's worse when you go to bookings
Yo.
dolly.
Bro, that's
Nigga,
not
I-
even the funniest part. The funniest part is,
he's like,
It's a nasty.
all that shit
Yo.
happened. Yo, bro, we
the funniest part
had
was
hell of a life, son.
this nigga got cuffed, right? And this nigga tried to talk to the cop, like the cop's gonna be like, okay, and just uncuff it.
Yeah, you're good. All right,
He was
I
like,
heard
see,
you.
this is what happened. I'm like, yo, just shut up, bro. Like, what are you
talking
doing?
about Hypa?
Yeah,
He's like, yo,
he was trying to talk to the cop, like the cop gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna uncuff
right.
you now and let you
Since
go.
you sound like a nice guy, you know,
Yeah,
let
it's
me,
like,
let me
yeah,
give you a
well,
second
it's
chance.
just, this never really happened to me before. It's just,
Yeah, I'm not like this.
This shit was crazy, son. Like, this
at
is
my
why.
photo
Yo,
album.
I'm telling. Matter of fact, this is episode 30. How many different incidents I told you about cops with me personally?
About 28.
this nigga said,
Niggas say 20.
Yeah, I think I'm just here, just walking around, just I hate them, I hate this person, I hate that person. I have reasons, man. I had a lot of experiences, man.
What about you, Ro?
Yeah, I've been locked up twice. Once in Miami.
I remember
and,
that.
Yo, why you laughing every time?
Because this nigga quick system, this
I'm
nigga Darren
always-
is
I'm always
mixing,
around.
and he's always there. That's what's the
Always
funny
around.
shit.
Nah, this nigga
That's
pissed
funny.
me off on that one time, nigga.
you call the cops on him?
Nah, nigga, I didn't call the cops on.
Oh, I was about to say, you said he pissed you off. I'm like,
Nah,
he pissed you off.
Cause
Yo,
nigga-
officer, this nigga in my room.
Nah, cause I'm renting. At this time, niggas is renting scooters and shit like that. This nigga Rel doesn't say, "Yo, my license is suspended," so I rent this nigga a scooter. And then the nigga Rel gets pulled over, gets locked up. They take the scooter, so I'm like, yo, I have to pay a fucking $500 fucking deposit. on this.
Look at the type of nigga this nigga is. This nigga worried about the scooter while his nigga get bagged. Type of nigga you are.
I ain't gonna lie. I would have cared about Rel too, but that would have ran through my head. It would have ran through my head.
Nigga
I
worried
wouldn't.
about the $5
I wouldn't have worried about it at that
The
moment.
type
I just
of
would have
niggas,
like, damn,
the
that's
type of niggas
500.
you hang out with, huh, bro?
Sheesh.
That's how it is.
And then the nigga Rel gets out a couple days later.
Rel,
A couple
around
days.
all the
I thought
sticks.
it was a few
Because it was
hours.
the weekend, so the nigga had to be there for a little while.
That's why the same thing.
He
happened
looking like
to
a
us, too.
bum when he come up there.
Oh wow, he ain't got no cut, nothing like that, right?
Not
Look at
even
it.
a cut.
Nigga,
Like,
2
They
days
stole
changed him that
everything.
much.
they took everything.
They took my sneakers. They took my pants. They took everything. Man.
Why didn't they give you your clothes?
You know why they did that? They violated you because they sue you from New York.
Nah, not even. It wasn't the niggas in the jail. It was the
Police.
correction officers.
That's
and
what
shit.
I
I had on ill sneakers. And niggas probably never seen shit like that. That I came in there with.
hating.
So
Yo,
they took
let me
it.
ask you. Miami bookings is different than New York bookings?
Hell yeah, it's a lot
Is it?
different.
What's the difference?
It's
What's the
worse.
difference?
It sounds like it's worse, bro.
That's like, I don't know. To me, the difference mostly is the people that was in there. And it wasn't really about the
Yeah, that has
confinement.
nothing to do with nothing.
He was.
I mean,
I
same
think,
dirty
I think
shit,
June is acting
sleeping
like,
on
like
rocks and shit, same shit.
like the system. Like, is it more corrupt type?
I don't think so. I don't think it's more corrupt. I just think the dynamic of the people in there is a little bit different. That's probably
They
the difference.
dustier. Like, when
Wow.
I was in the
yeah.
when I was in the bookings, ugh, son, there's a different type of dusty motherfuckers in there.
Yeah, nah, I was.
Where you was
like,
locked up
You was
at?
checking out the niggas,
Queens, both times.
Hey, y'all talk shit about the Bronx.
Nigga, if the Queens bookings is bad, I can imagine the Bronx.
Oh my God!
Nah, it's different.
What
sure.
you know?
You
From
been
what I
locked up
heard.
before?
No, come on.
Yeah, for real.
Nah,
I think we could tell.
nah.
all right, so since none of us has seriously been locked up, do you know anybody
Thank
else
God.
that anybody else that has been locked up that the system has treated unfairly, or do you think the system treated unfairly?
Well,
I
I feel
think-
like the system
Oh,
treats
okay.
people unfairly. Period. Like one reason I think the system treats people unfairly is like, and I know a couple people it's happened to. It's just like you go to you go to jail for whatever. Maybe you're with somebody who did some dickhead shit, or you with somebody who got a gun, or you with somebody with whatever. You go to jail. They take both of you because it's like your accessory, or you're with
like
the person.
You knew.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, unless somebody confessed to the gun.
No, but well, when nobody confesses, that's one thing.
Yeah.
And so on top of that,
Beating that nigga up.
Oh, that's a fact.
yeah. So
No,
on top of that, it's like young black people. I mean, niggas can't afford lawyers, or we don't like we have. Sometimes we have to take a plea, cop a plea, and that's the most fucked up situation because it's especially if you ain't do nothing. So it's like you ain't do nothing, but you might have been with somebody who did something or whatever. So then you're put in a situation where it's like you ain't do nothing, and then like their defense attorney or whatever they call them, they can find so much evidence on you even though you ain't do nothing. So then it's like, all right, I gotta take a plea because if I lose, I'm gonna get mad. I'm gonna get mad years. I didn't do shit.
Or you ain't got a lawyer to defend you.
Yeah, exactly. You got a fucking public
court-appointed lawyer.
Yeah, or public
public defender.
Yeah, public defender. It's free. It's like these niggas don't care. They just want to.
That
get to
nigga
the next person.
he dressed like you.
Exactly.
Coming to defend you. Like, nigga, you got on Tim's? I'm losing.
So I see that happen a lot with people I know.
Yeah, I seen it a lot too on my block.
And then when you cop a plea, it's like, okay, I'm gonna take a lesser sentence, even though I didn't do nothing. But because I can't defend myself with an actual good lawyer, fuck it. This is the best thing I could get.
That's something they need to change.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, you going to jail because you poor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, I'm
because
so
you-
glad you said that. I was waiting to like set myself up to say that. Like, if you want to be technical, bro, like the majority of basically we only gotten locked up in the bookings and never went to jail. We're basically being punished because we're poor, bro. Not saying we're currently poor, but that's why we're in jail. Because all right, we're gonna put you in jail because you can't afford to pay for whatever fine or bill you have to pay. So the consequences of not being able to afford to pay my way is to lock me up. How fucking backwards is that? And the majority of the people that's in jail, of course, are black and Latino because we're the minority and we're the one that's less fortunate. We're the ones that can't afford shit. So of course it's easier to lock us up.
You know,
It's
there's
usually how it
people
goes.
that get like 8 to 10 months in jail for like not paying
Not being
parking
able to-
tickets or
Crazy, bro.
like, stupid shit, bro. And I'm like,
I've been to the bookings for the
You
weekend
going-
for not being able to pay a parking ticket. I've been for the whole weekend.
but
bro.
the bookings in jail is different, bro. Like if you hear a nigga on Rikers for suspended license or some shit, it's like, bro, that's attempted murder.
You know what's so
You
sad
know what I'm
about
saying?
you know what's so
That's
sad
all-
about that?
That's kind of his fault too.
Isn't that
It's like, nigga, stop driving with a suspended license. Like, 'cause they don't lock you. I know somebody who went to jail, who went to Rikers for suspended license. It's because the nigga kept driving with suspended license 3-4 times. After the third time, they're like, all right, nigga, we're going to take you to jail because you're not learning your lesson.
But what if he would have got hurt or died? You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be in there until like they have a decision in court, like until your
Like that shit
trial.
that happened to, what's
Yeah.
the nigga name?
Like your sentence don't
um,
start until after they have.
what's
yeah,
what's
so
dude name that
you
they had the
can't
little
get bailed
documentary on?
But you get credit for Tom.
Dude, they had
Server.
the
Khalif Browder.
Yeah, Khalif Browder
Browder,
story,
yeah.
and he didn't even do nothing.
Yeah.
And then he's in jail for what, 2-3 years? Because
Solitary for like 3,000 days. Or
yeah,
something?
just because
Something
not
like
that long. That's like, damn. That's
yeah,
even
but I'm just saying, like some people, cause they only in jail because they can't pay their bill,
exactly.
so
exactly.
they gotta wait till they
Till the
always
court
say
date.
a speedy trial, but it's not really the
And when your
truth.
court date is getting pushed back
Yeah,
months,
again,
then
yeah.
it get pushed back a year, then it get pushed back 2 years. Like, nigga,
Yeah.
you're in here because you don't have the money to pay your bill, and you have to wait till your court
It's
date.
like they playing with your freedom.
And then on top of that, you're not convicted for nothing, so you're just in here for a year, and you're not convicted. What if you're found guilty? I mean, not guilty.
that's the sad thing about that.
And they
that's the
wonder
sad,
when you get out of jail why you so mad.
the
Like,
sad thing about that situation is that it's the reality for a lot right now, currently, right now.
Yeah.
A lot of niggas all over the world is in that situation because they just awaiting a trial or their paperwork is not, up to par or
process.
nothing. Yo,
Because that's what Khalif Browder's situation was. He didn't even get sentenced. You know that.
nothing.
He never was sentenced. He was just waiting to either post bail or for his trial to start.
And then the worst part about that,
And he waited
that shit
3
that-
years.
The shit that got me really tight about that is they couldn't find a witness no more. The witness left.
Yeah,
the
he
country.
left the country.
So
Yeah,
it's
left the
like
country,
you're
yeah.
still pushing it back, trying to hope that the witness comes back. Like,
And then
no.
the witness said, "Yo, I said it wasn't him." You know what I'm saying? He recanted it or whatever, and they was just like,
all of that from the accusation. There's no proof that he even did it.
Exactly.
Crazy. Lost his life off of somebody lied on him.
So after you do how you feel like after you do your time or whatever, you do, you get out of jail or, you do your time or whatever, and then you get out. How long do you feel like your Sharia record should travel with you? Because you know how some people, do crimes and then their record travels with them for so long that they can't get a job, they can't do anything. When they come out of jail, how long do you feel like the record should the charge should remain on your record after you get out of jail?
I think it depends on the crime.
It should, but
the harsher the crime, the longer it should stay.
Yeah, so like if you got arrested for money laundering and shit, that should stay on your shit for a long time, because if you going to work at a bank or something, I need to know that information.
Facts.
Yo, let me just share this with y'all. That's when I just really realized how the system was. I remember one time I was actually going to Times Square. I still remember that story. I was going to Times Square, but it was a non-school day. But you get the green Metro cards.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, it's non-school day. Fuck it, let me just use my Metro card. So I got pulled over. I mean, not pulled over. I got stopped from a DT. So he gave me a summons or whatever the case is, whatever, paid it off, whatever. And this was when I was young, though. Yo, could you believe that a couple of years later down the line when I went for my citizenship, they brought that shit up?
Yeah.
That's when I
Wow.
knew. That's when I knew. I was like, wow, this system is, whatever you do, your name is in the system. That's it. Done for.
That's how they caught me too. Well, not that
this
same
was
way.
when I tell you years, this was years when I was in junior high. And then now I'm almost about to be 21. And then they was like, oh, on such and such day, such and such year, you hopped over a turnstile.
Wow.
That's when I knew. I was like, I don't think there's a record how long, because once your name is there and they see something, it's gonna stay there. To me,
I think he asked him is that right? What would you?
No, I feel like.
What would you?
I feel like based on what you just said,
That shit should be expunged after a while.
The harder the crime, then yeah. But if it's something come on, hop in the
Yeah.
turnstile, really, you're gonna.
Keep that for 3 months.
Come
and then
on, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does any criminal record ever come off?
No,
think
not
I
even
think juvenile-
even
I
if
think
you're
juveniles-
innocent, it don't come off.
That's effed up.
Dead ass, bro. Them dudes that be
effed up.
serving 15, 20 years and they get found innocent, that shit still stays on their record.
I mean, certain things get expunged, like misdemeanors. They get expunged.
Nah, I'm talking about felonies, bro.
Oh, felonies? Oh, felonies.
I don't even think those. I think it goes from bold print to faded print. So it's still there. You can still see it, but it's not fucking standing out.
Yeah, like I said, man, I just realized after that situation, I just really just said to myself, you know what? If this shit is able to come up, so just imagine now, whatever just happened, God forbid, if my name ever get involved into some shit, it's gonna be to a point where it's what the fuck can I do? You know what I'm saying? So
You lucky Trump wasn't president.
yeah.
So how do y'all feel about these websites? Because they have websites that tell you a rapist is in your area, a child molester is in your area. So for these people, do you feel like that's an invasion of privacy?
I don't mind those.
Because you see, at the end of the day, if you do your crime, let's say you rape somebody, it's understandable.
That's just how crazy, right?
You do your crime, and you do your time. Me traveling now everywhere I go, let's say it's 10, 12 years from now, you still telling people, you know what I'm saying, I'm a rapist and I'm in your neighborhood and stuff. You never get forgiven for that crime. And at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, it's something that's going to stay with you for a long ass time. I mean, I understand why they do it. It's important, but at the end of the day, you never get.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Nah, because
This nigga said, you rape somebody, that's understandable.
I didn't hear that.
I said you rape.
he said it was
I said you do your
understandable.
time, you do
He
your,
said
you do your
time,
crime, you do the time.
you do your crime. But the way you caught it, yeah.
Anyway, like I was saying, so at a certain time, I feel like, you're never going to be able to move on with your life. You know what I'm saying? You're always going to have
That
this over
stigma
you.
is on you.
And it's an invasion of privacy to me a little bit after a certain amount. I mean, if you continuously doing it, it's understandable. You got to, come on, you're not, you know what I'm saying? You're not changing your life. But if you change your life and, a couple years go by, 10, 15 years go by, and you still on this radar, it's to me, it's a little bit.
So
I don't really
I think this is what for that specific like crime.
Yeah.
I feel like, all right, if you intentionally rape somebody,
Yeah.
that should stay with you forever.
What's unintentionally raped?
Yeah, that's the thing.
This is what. No, listen. I'm gonna explain it. Don't jam me up because I want to explain this the right way. Y'all niggas is good at doing that. What? So So what I meant was like, there's like anything like with Tupac's situation, like when he grabbed her butt, they called that rape. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain things that could be considered. Like, when you hear rape, you think of, oh, he's forced and ramming her and doing X, Y, and Z. Rape now could be anything by like a smirk, or you could do anything. So like, it matters on the level of the situation.
Who's to actually determine and gauge how much of a rape situation it was? Like, I like that. That's the thing. I don't think anybody can determine that except the person who's accused and the person who it happened to.
Those two. Yep.
I don't have a problem with the sites, but I do feel like I understand what you're saying. Like, you know, one thing shouldn't crucify you. You know what I mean? Because if it happened if a young boy grabbed a little girl butt and he was like 12. And when he's 40, that shit's still hanging over him. He's like, damn, I'm a grown man. I was a little kid then. I didn't know better or whatever. Like, certain situations is
that's far fetched to me. So a kid grabbing a person's butt and they charge him for rape.
You know how these
bro,
kids,
if you
twerking
17, 18, you have sex with a 16-year-old,
that's rape.
That's rape, bro. That's
rape.
Exactly. So,
but you're only
2 years or 1 year older than us. That's gonna live with you for the rest of your life now. That you basically are a child molester because you was 18, you had sex with a 16-year-old. So there's certain situation where it's like, yo.
And then if you was to move to Colorado or some shit, it's legal. Because certain states, the age of consent is different. So like, it's a weird situation, bro.
No, I dig it, but it's like when you said before, it's like it stays with you or whatever like that. So how much times you have to rape somebody for it to stay?
No, I'm saying if you consecutively be raping people, that's understandable. I get that.
All
you should be on a radar. But if you rape somebody, let's just say you incident happened and you raped somebody and you was like, I don't know, say you was 20. Let me ask a serious question, man. I niggas keep interrupting. If you rape somebody, you 23 years old, and now I'm 44 or I'm freaking almost 50 and I never did that again. You know what I'm saying? Your beholder who should judge you is God. So you're going to hold that against me when I was 25 and now I'm 45 and 50. I moved on. Let's say I meet a woman at 45, 50, and now I'm on this rape list, and now she finds out, then I never, you know what I'm saying, I never get to be with a woman or whatever. Certain shit happen when people do fucked up shit, bro. And you grow from it, you learn from it, and you made a mistake. Now, if I'm 45, 50 years old, should I still be on this radar? Should people still notice about me and it be like a thing that's hanging over your head for the rest of your life? You know what I'm saying?
So if you judge it like that, I understand that. So if you judge it like that, you know you have to judge the same way as pedophiles as well.
Yeah, I agree. Same way as pedophiles. Pedophiles is a little bit different to me because that's just like some kind of mentally.
It's in this technically for everybody. It's not. It shouldn't be the same. But if you think about it, it's in the same bracket. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So if you think about
child
the same way,
and rape is in the same bracket.
Yeah, believe it or not, yes, it is.
I feel like
of course not, because it's more heinous. It's more heinous, but it's the same. It's still rape. You know what I mean? It's still rape.
It's rape in the same. It's in the same form.
Yeah,
it's in the same.
It's in the same box.
Yeah. Pause. Well, not pause, but like it just sounds crazy saying that after we talk about.
Yeah, but that's so you got to think about it like that. So if you letting somebody off, because you remember, there's what you call it? What you call those things? They put you on that list when you sex offender. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's sex offenders, and then there's the child molestation thing that got those lists too, those registries. Mm-hmm. Every time if you rape somebody, it puts you on a registry.
It tells you who's in the neighborhood.
Y'all ever went on that site and put in your area?
And that's very important.
And that's that to me at the end of the day, that could be harmful for them.
Yeah, but it's very
now people might come to your crib and try to you was a rapist.
Yeah,
the only situation I feel
you gotta
like
be
that's
safe,
unfair.
though.
Like he said, like certain niggas be innocent after that whole situation. What about if the nigga really didn't do it and it stays on their record? That's like unfair to that.
But what if that person's really sick?
What you talking about?
You saying like how about
no? There are some guys who get accused of rape who haven't
don't- like the
that-
football player
that
that
didn't
lost
do
his
it,
whole-
but it stays on
He's
their
saying
record.
if,
It's like
if they're
it's
not
unfair to-
guilty and they never done it, but
Yeah, but it
stays
still
on
So
stays
who
the
on
record.
separates? Who separates the ones who separates the ones that you
Nobody.
think
If
that's
you
innocent?
convicted, you get convicted.
That's what I'm
in the
saying.
court of
So
law,
it's like,
that's it. It's over.
but that's what I'm saying. So it's like you saying like you feel like it should be changed. How would you change it?
Like we could revisit it. Like say
How would you?
10, 15 years go by and you have not committed that same offense, you should be able to be taken off that list, bro. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna be with that for your whole life. Like if you just did it one time and then you never do it again, it's gonna be with you for the remainder. You're always gonna be on this list everywhere you go. You're not
All
gonna
right,
be able to
you're
get
saying
away.
everybody deserves a second chance, but
That's a fact.
I agree too. But it especially with that type of crime, it does you do have to draw a line on how long will it take for that person to get forgiveness.
And you can't
You
disregard.
can't
it
do
that
the
it
5
happened.
years. You can't say 5 years. You can't, like, it's hard to
And
put a number on it.
even
you know?
even if that is like, okay, maybe you had an urge then. You might have that urge then. Like 10 years after that, you probably had the same urge that you had 10 years
That's
ago
crazy.
again.
The urge came back.
Yo, you'd be surprised.
I'm
It
not su- I
happens
know
like
it
that.
happens,
You know what
but-
I mean? It happens like that.
So it's just, to me, that's a super, super, super sticky topic. It's just like,
OD.
to me, if you, it's like, if you innocent, it's just like, nigga, you was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And
See, now you're blaming the
That's-
person.
yeah, that's
like,
not fair
that's
at
not
all,
fair.
bro.
it's not- and,
It's
but
not fair at all.
it's
I
one
know
of them
you just don't like the
situations-
way the rape word sound,
It's
and
a-
I agree.
It don't even sound like, that's just something I just would never condone, and I would want to know who's in my neighborhood.
But
who's
it's
been
people that
convicted
been
of rape.
caught, like it's been people like that got charged with gang rape and they didn't touch the person or nothing. They just so happened to be in the same house. They ain't know what was going on in the other room. But if the situation came out and then the girl said he was there, he was there, he
Wrong
was there,
place,
he was
wrong
there, he was
time.
there.
Same thing, like I said.
So it's,
sometimes
you
it's
would
just like,
you would want your name on that list if you was in the room.
you,
I don't think anybody would've wanted
nobody
No.
would want
I
your
know,
name
I
on the
know,
list.
I know that. But
it's
I'm just
the wrong
saying,
place, wrong
based on
time.
that, do you feel like
Based on that, you, like I said, if you're innocent, you just got caught in the wrong place, wrong time, and you got to eat that. Cause like literally, it's like your surroundings. If you don't know your surroundings, if you not really, it's like sometimes you don't even have to. You could know your surroundings. Somebody can still do some fucked up shit. It's just be like, bro, in this life, don't get caught in the wrong situation.
I
That's
kinda-
easy
I
to
kinda-
say,
facts,
though.
facts.
Yo, hold on. I kind of agree with Darren because all right, put it like this, right? Good cop, bad cop, right? There's a good cop and there's a bad cop. If the good cop sees a bad cop doing something wrong and he doesn't do nothing about it, is he still a good cop?
But you ain't know this nigga was out here raping bitches though.
What?
No, he just in general.
I'm just saying, if you saying like the thing about it is, like you said, the girl gonna say like he was there, right?
Mm-hmm.
If none of them niggas is saying anything but you was there, yeah, it might be wrong, like it might be wrong that you didn't do nothing about it. But at the end of the day, you still in that vicinity.
But I'm saying, what if like this is what I'm saying? It's
What?
been situations where people didn't even know it was happening. And then your name get brought up like, yo, he was there. And it's like, wait, like I was there, but I didn't know that was going on in there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
But
like I
that's what
said,
they
it's
say,
gonna
wrong
be a
time,
wrong
wrong
place,
place.
wrong time.
But that's why they always say like you learn from that, like yo, you gotta be aware of your surroundings. You gotta know what's going
Might
on.
as well just stay
Now
in the
that I
house.
live with you though.
Might as well just stay in the
Now
house.
that lives
facts.
with you.
Yeah, you right.
Can't do
Facts.
nothing.
You can't
What?
do shit.
Can't do shit.
Might as well just stay in the crib.
Bro, but I'm not saying that, but you
That's
gotta
kind of how it's like.
Yeah, but you
wrong
gotta
place at the
understand.
wrong time. So like,
Bro.
what am I gonna do? Like I didn't know.
But
I
you
was
can't live your life in fear. Like, but you gotta be aware that your son, you could walk out your house and you get shot. You could get run over by a bus.
Exactly.
You
All
know
that's
those.
possible.
You know those are possible things that could happen to you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna live I mean, just because you know there's danger outside, don't mean you're gonna live in a bubble,
No pun.
Danger outside.
No pun.
huh?
It's danger
I'm
outside.
outside here, baby.
Oh,
Nah, but go ahead, go ahead.
shit! I didn't even catch that.
I know that. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Good promo.
yeah, but yeah. So I mean, what you gonna do? You ain't gonna live in a bubble your whole life. You know what I mean? Certain things you just gotta be aware of your surroundings and shit like that.
I mean,
To answer your question though, I agree with the site. Like I think people should know
Of course.
that these people is out here and how close they are, and
Especially
X, Y, and Z.
pedophiles.
So why they ain't a site for a man that take another man's life? Why there was no site for him? You body somebody, you shot somebody, you killed somebody in cold blood. Why
That's
ain't
a
no
good-
site for
that's a
you?
good question.
Yeah, that's a great.
That is
But
good.
it does-
Why
But
they
they
ain't no
they
site
they
for
look
you?
Hold on,
they
hold
look
on.
at
You
ped-
ju- you
they
just
look
as
at
dangerous.
pedophilia as like
But
worse.
it stays
probably.
with you though. I
But
mean,
there's
it's
no
public
site.
record.
But there's no.
there's no
I don't.
site for
I
you,
would
bro.
want to know if it was the nigga that chopped up 16 people living next door to me.
That just got out of jail.
That just got out of jail after.
I mean, but if
40
you want to
years.
find out, it's public record. You could find it
I
out.
don't know this
Okay,
nigga
so
name.
why is
Exactly.
the-
Like
why-
on the
Yeah,
sexual offender
introduce
shit,
yourself.
it just pops up.
That's a good.
On the sex offender shit, that shit pops up. Like you put in your area code and it'll show you the picture
Everything.
of the person, where they
What
live
block
at,
they live
everything.
on, everything,
what they
bro.
did. So like that should be the same thing. You right about that, bro.
I used to get locked up in the bookings a lot for irresponsible shit. Not even gonna hold you. I used to get locked up in the bookings a lot for a lot of just being irresponsible, basically. But it stopped, and I'll tell you what made it stop. It's funny sometimes, like certain advice, it hits you and it works. I don't know if it was Run Tell That or what's Martin's the famous where he got the leather joint on. The leather,
You so crazy.
You so
You
crazy.
so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He just said it one. I don't know if it was that comedy series, but he said it one time, and that shit just stuck with me. He was like, "Yo, fellas, my brother's out there. Everybody listening to y'all out there also. Whatever you do in life, don't matter whatever you have to do, just stay out of court. Stay out the booking. Whatever you got to do, just stay out of court." For some reason, I just like that shit just stood in my mind, and I never been there since, bro. I never been there since. I just told myself, it's like this system is set up for you to end up in there, bro. You have to take precautions to like really. You really got
that because
really.
This was after his.
It had to have been.
his meltdown and
I think it was Run Tell That.
It had to have been.
Yeah.
It's a lot of obstacles that we face. It's like if you don't take the time to like try to dodge them, you're gonna just end up in court. So it's like it's very unfortunate, but for us, especially black men, just staying out of court is a job in itself. It's crazy.
Yeah, because you can't live free. I mean, we already couldn't, but at the same time,
Yeah.
like
Just-
being black, you really can't live free because like those like the white boy that raped that girl behind the garbage can and all
and
that
he
shit.
got like what 4 months or some shit like
3
that.
months, and
Oh,
he didn't
he was
even-
privileged.
He
He was a privileged
He
white
didn't
kid,
even
right?
go to jail.
He's a rich kid.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't even
OD.
go to jail, and it got taken off his record. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I remember.
So like, this is what I'm saying. Like, okay, you could take it off your record. That don't exempt you from still being a pedophile or a rapist.
Big facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, okay, y'all feel like it's safer to see that shit forever on the site, but it's a lot of dudes that didn't get caught. That's out here wilding.
All right, we talking about level of crimes. Do you ever feel like the death penalty should be an option for depending on level of crime?
Yes.
Yeah.
I heard that
When do you-
that guy Dylan, whatever name, who shot the
Dylan Roof.
that shot the people in the church, the black people in the church. He's getting a death penalty.
Yeah.
When do you feel like it should be an option, just for murder,
I think it's murder.
mass murder?
I think mass murder. I think,
Automatic. You kill more than.
I don't want to put a number on the people,
Okay,
but
okay,
like
okay,
if
okay.
you go out there with the intent to kill a bunch of people, you gotta go. Like you shouldn't
That's how,
live.
that's
like,
how I feel.
come on,
yeah,
bro.
automatic.
But like it's like my nigga, you wildin'. Like you
But don't
kill
you-
everybody. Like,
Don't you feel like that's still sinful? No matter how you look at it, I understand what he's doing, but you still feel, in the end, we're still taking a life. So how does that make? I understand what he did, but how does that make the system or us any better if we're gonna take your life now in judgment of you taking other people's life? To me, it's still sinful. He's still committing a sin by
Let me
taking
break it
somebody's
down
life.
simpler to what he's trying to say. 2 wrongs don't make it right. That's
I mean,
basically what
that's
he's
true.
saying.
That's a
I
simple
mean,
way to say it.
I agree with that.
But I'm gonna have to agree with, like, if you're going with the intent to take somebody's life away, it's like, what makes you so special for them not to be able to do that to you? Because you're walking with the intention that I'm going to take this person's life away. So why are
What's gonna fix?
yeah? So
There's no fixing.
There's
so
no fixing.
Just
that.
get rid of you. To me,
You can't bring somebody's life back. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like I can't feel sorry for you because you're walking with the intention to do something that you know that's gonna bring you in jail. So now it's like, should I really say, let's just put him in jail? No. No.
You out.
You out of here.
Let me ask you-
Still sinful to
Let
me.
me ask you a question.
People like Hitler and Stalin and Jeffrey Dahmer and all these people, like you can't be like, all right, they're gonna get better.
Yo,
in
bro, let me
time
ask you
or
that.
whatever.
Those
Like,
same
they
names.
gotta go.
Do you feel like 2 wrongs don't make it right now, even though they killed like zillions of people? Don't kill them.
I feel like their judgment is gonna come the day they meet the maker. So I mean, I don't want to get.
Well,
that's
we could
just,
assist
that's
with
just
that.
my. That's just. that's just. I don't want to get spiritual on y'all, but that's just my look at it. I feel like it's still a
got
sin,
you.
no matter what. How many people you kill for me now to take your life? For me to, as a man just to decide, oh, I'm gonna take your life now. It's still a sin.
Is
So
that
it's
let me
still
ask you, is that for you? Is that really like that's a logical like thought process of it, or like emotional
that's
as well?
me. No, that's just me being a Christian, growing up in Christianity, reading the Bible.
But
That's
emotionally,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
that's
Is it
just-
like you think that's a
besides the
that,
Christianity,
yeah, I'm just saying like maybe I worded it wrong. I feel like people with the death penalty. Do you think that was do you think that's like a logic reasoning or like a emotional reasoning?
I think that's a logical reason. That's so they feel. Yeah, a logical reason. I wouldn't put it under emotional because I don't think that there ties any emotion to it. They
Yeah,
just
of
doing
course.
It
I
because
mean, there's emotions involved because it's like obviously there's a loved one that's involved. Because if it was an emotional thing, like why would they invite the family to watch the person die? It's a sense of closure, so it has emotion.
I mean, to me, it's more of a payback. Honestly, if you could, there's no other way to put it. It's
But
just a payback.
what pushes
they paying
forward
back off of
payback?
emotion.
Huh?
What pushes forward payback?
For what you did, for the crime that you
No,
committed.
I mean what triggers the payback? What makes you go for payback?
the emotional
The emotional
satisfaction.
side, yeah. of
Yeah,
it.
that's
But
what
that shouldn't be tied into our legal system.
No, I agree with you, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
just saying, like, that's why I wanted to know how do you see that, like, how you see that standpoint of it. Do you look at it as emotional reasoning, or you looked at it as a logical reasoning? Like, he killed a lot of people. Since he killed a lot of people, he got to go. Or do you see it as it was a senseless thing to a point where he hurt a lot of people, so therefore we can't even have him around in his world. Like, that's what I was asking you. How do you see it like that? Because you said a sin's a sin, but do you feel like it's a sin's a sin? Say somebody killed your mother in front of you. Obviously, it would have it'll trigger a lot of emotion to you to a point where you would want that person dead, right?
I mean, I may feel like he shouldn't be around, but I wouldn't vote for no death penalty or anything. I
Most
would
people
still-
they're happy with seeing somebody
Sorry.
rot in jail.
not even just
That's the standpoint I would have took with the whole capital punishment thing.
Nah, he
But
gotta go.
me
You gotta go.
saying
I think,
Yep.
yeah.
me saying now kill him for is not gonna bring my mom's back.
No, I agree with you.
So-
But I'm just saying at the if you're looking at it up close and personal, like he's looking at you while he blows somebody that you love head off or something like that. Like, could you? I know obviously you would. I don't think you could ever forgive that person.
Yeah, no, definitely not. There'll be a
But-
lot of emotion,
Yeah.
behind it.
But I don't see.
I wouldn't.
It's hard for me to see that you'll be like. I'm not saying that it's not within you,
Mm.
but it's hard to see to say not forgive him, but I can't. Even though he did something like heinous to somebody I loved in front of me, just to see me react,
Kind of hard.
like I don't know, like
Like
just can't see it like
yeah,
that.
yeah. I don't see how you like what other. I guess what I'm asking you is, what other way or like how would you be able to just say to yourself, okay, you know what? Yeah, he didn't. It was senseless, and let's just put him in jail. And then for you to just be calm about it and just, all right, we're not gonna kill him.
I don't think he's gonna be calm, but I really think
They
that's
asking
the
how you going
like how you gonna be able to process that.
retribution.
Yeah, that's
I
exactly.
I don't need any retribution. Any
No,
retribution is not gonna bring my mom.
I'm not even
back.
talking about retribution.
gonna-
I'm just saying, how do you process that emotionally? Like, it's just like, wouldn't you be angry about it?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm be angry. I'm be hurt. I'm be emotional.
that
but I wouldn't think of. I want this.
I mean,
want
if
him
you
to
could do
die
that,
now
I mean, if
because
you
of
could do that,
Fuck.
I really commend you. But I'm just saying, like, anger is such a, it's such a volatile emotion to a point where if somebody do something like that in front of you at that, it's hard to say that that you wouldn't wish death upon that person.
I think I could be wrong, Rel, but I just feel like for you, it's probably more like a, I guess, religious thing or spiritual thing. I would assume, because I guess that's what you were about to say before Junior said what he was going to say. I think you said your upbringing, you're Christian. So I feel maybe that's the reason why you may feel that way. But me and Ease, we may just feel different.
I'm too angry to
what I'm
have
saying?
that
Yeah.
mindset.
I get it, but I'll tell you, I'll see it like this, right? I don't think there should be capital punishment because I look at it like this. Even if somebody did mass murderers, right? Mass murdering and everything like that. So it's not like how back in the days they had either the electrical chair or firing squad. You get what's it
Lethal
called?
injection.
Lethal
Shot.
injection.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of the shot, but I forgot what
It's
it is.
3 actually.
Yeah, it's 3 of them. So mind you, that's the most peacefulest way you could die. So he dies, but he dies a peaceful death. Mind you, he didn't give those people that he killed that chance. You know what I mean? He killed them in the most gruesome, probably even the most gruesomest way, to any way possible. So you basically gave him a way out. So instead of him riding in jail and people like letting people in the inside handle him, do whatever they want to him, you just gave him away to now he don't even have to face his demons. He could just die.
I see that.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah,
So
I'm just
It's
speaking
like
off
it's
the
one of
rational.
those peaceful, like
Yeah,
calm
it-
and
yeah.
smooth. I know I'm about to die.
you know,
I
they
never
don't-
heard
but-
death
but
being
here's-
explained like that.
but
No,
here's-
but
here's-
no, but
it's
it's
John, nice and-
Nah,
Y'all
bro,
also- y'all
bro,
also gotta
it's a
realize-
peaceful death.
It's a peaceful
It's
death,
But
bro.
y'all gotta also realize he got to make it to his execution date. Like they don't just kill you right away.
No,
they give
yeah.
you years for that. So all that can still happen, and then you die.
Okay,
Possibly.
So
okay. I'm okay with that.
But I
that's
just
what I'm saying. Like you gonna
Yeah.
suffer for some years.
Right,
They ain't
I'm
gonna
okay
just be
with
like,
that.
all right, because they know that. They know it's nah. This nigga got it too easy. We're gonna make his execution date 15 years from now. Let this nigga struggle, and then
did
get them.
Got you.
Get that flu shot.
For a while now, drinking has been something that's been legal. You know, you're not supposed to get crazy with it. You're not supposed to operate any vehicle while you do so. But marijuana is still something that's been, illegal, and been causing people to go to jail for a while now. How you feel about marijuana? You feel like marijuana needs to be something that's legal in all states? Because like a lot of jokes that always been passed, like I never heard of anybody crashing from smoking too much weed, but I definitely had a lot of people from driving drunk and crashing and committing murders and stuff.
Nah,
like
people crash. God, that's
Well, for marijuana, I never heard
But
nobody
nobody
marijuana
has
crash.
nobody has like on record passed away from to overdose of marijuana usage.
Marijuana,
yeah. That's what I agree with. But
It's normally a concoction.
So you saying you was asking if you think it should be legal?
Yeah, as far as
I mean, I don't see why not. It's legal in other states. So
sir.
why not make it legal everywhere else?
don't stop our
Pretty much that simple.
I agree with that.
I think it's meant more so because they haven't been able to put a tax dollar on it.
I
as
agree
of
with
yet.
that as well.
Simple as that.
No,
We ain't find a way to. We ain't
Not
find a
in
way
New York.
to. Not
Yes, they have
You're gonna be the last
they have
person.
a dispensary in
Yeah, we
Brooklyn.
got I think the medicinal type
yeah,
of.
dispensary in Brooklyn.
There's a few in the city too.
Yeah.
But it's they make it real hard for them to be funded because I don't think banks don't touch dispensaries. Like you can't put I don't think any dispensary companies, they can't put their money in banks.
Like a business account.
Nah, yeah, you can't.
So they are all cash.
Yeah.
Why you think
it's
that
a
is?
cash business. It's
Why
a
you
cash
think? Why you
business.
think that is?
Huh?
Why
I
do
don't
you
know.
think- why do you think
Honestly,
that
I
is?
don't know. I think banks do it just to be on the good side of the government, but
You're like, yo,
Yeah,
listen.
because they're gonna need them bailouts.
yeah, he's stupid. Yeah, you better. Here she go. Here she go.
I'm glad he got his own headphones.
Look, you about to. Oh shit.
click.
They can go on tap dance on them keys.
Here she go, man.
The
With
public
hearts
is probably
and
like, what the
everything.
fuck is going on?
Dead
Right
ass.
I feel like it should be legal for a few reasons. Number one, job creation. Number two, it's not as bad as Robitussin.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Or NyQuil. Or Tylenol.
Or Buckley's.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've had Buckley's.
What?
Oh Lord,
You see, that
Disgusting.
shit is like drinking fire.
it's worse than that.
And you
So-
could break it. You could break it down to the oils as well. The oils could be remedied. What is it? CBD.
Yeah, you can rub those on your joints and have like
What is that? Oil marijuana you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be used as medicine, but obviously if you glaucoma, you
Marijuana is the way of life.
could use it.
And that's so crazy. It's used as a healing cream, and drunk alcohol is just
Yeah, it's more
death.
could
It-
kill
it
you
just-
and shit.
it just-
and
alcohol
cigarettes
kills
can
motherfuckers
kill
that
you.
don't
Yeah.
even smoke.
So why do you have such
I mean-
a prejudice against marijuana? I don't
Yeah,
get it.
and you know so funny.
For obvious reasons.
And you know so funny.
Because
What?
it come from us.
Exactly, bro.
Alcohol.
We use it the most. Even white thing.
What? Why people
White people
burn
use that
them
shit
thing that are
No,
crazy?
What
When
he's
you hear
saying,
when
listen
you
what
hear
he's
the
saying,
word
though.
marijuana, which
They think of black
automatically
people.
comes to your
Honestly,
mind?
I don't think about straight black no more, bro. I've been so
I'm glad that you
No,
said
no
I'm
more.
glad that you said
No
no
more.
more.
I'm
Once upon a time it
okay,
was, right?
but everything is small-minded thinking
Yeah.
until you
Until
see
you
stuff.
grow up and
yeah,
evolve.
You
Yeah,
see,
you're right.
You understand and you see things. So I don't think of
Weed is still more so lean towards. It even goes back to the.
Nah.
what? Go to like Woodstock. Go to these
Yeah,
bro.
nah, he's
all
right.
they
Go back to this.
they got like weed.
That's
They
why
had
they
something out. I seen on the
But
online the other day.
That's
What?
you. And
It's like a
it
weed
goes,
festival with
Yeah.
just straight
Yeah.
white people.
420
bro.
was created by white people though.
But you gotta. But you remember.
So
but
it's a big.
it kind of
What's
goes
the
back.
significance to that date?
What?
Why is why
That's
is
the
why
date
is
that they
Yeah,
finally
that's the
decided
date
to
they
join
chose.
us.
why that
Yeah,
day?
they
It's
chose.
always, it's always like a
Yeah.
background or a reason for the date. But
Yeah. But going back, what was saying is like it goes back to like you said until you evolve and realize and seeing things. It goes back to what we was talking about last week when it depends. Like when you grow up around a circle. Like this is all you know.
Yeah.
But when
I
you get
agree.
out
I agree to
circle,
that.
So that's why you feel that way.
I feel my mind has expanded
of
enough.
course.
But I still feel the way I feel about marijuana. When I think of marijuana, I associate it with black people.
I think it's.
Of course,
I think
mad
it's
white.
wild.
Of course, every ethnicity smokes weed. But when it comes to marijuana, once it comes to marijuana, the first ethnicity that comes to your mind, just be real.
They're not going to think of Bill Maher. They're going to think of Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Even though they both smoke a hell of a lot of fucking weed.
But that's how society wants you to think that way. Like it wants you to think. It's
Think
all of
about-
this is society like breeding you
Of course.
to think away. In
course.
which
I
unless
I agree.
society like not to even go on a rant, but society don't want you to think the way you're supposed to think. They want you to think so you could be controlled.
Think
like-
for you.
Like not to get off topic and everything like that, but
Shout out to the college students.
stupid. But
College
yeah,
grad.
even talking about even
He's like, yo,
even talking about even
let you rock
graduating.
with this one.
even talk. All right, happy you brought school up. School is taught for you to. School is taught for you to think like, all right, this is how we supposed to use. How you supposed to. You're supposed to graduate, get a degree, and then
Work
make
for
a
somebody.
and then make a 6-figure deal
Working
for a
for
billionaire.
somebody, exactly.
Make a six figures annually for a billionaire. Like you went to school for all these years to make money for somebody who already has way more money that you'll never even equivalent to.
We had the conversation last week. You
That's
might
why
not.
you're
You might
supposed to
not. You might not even get.
push
You might not even get the job.
Yeah,
You know what's funny? Like, I don't even want to get crazy scientific, but what's in weed is what helps African Americans open their mind up.
Big facts.
It helps them
I'm gonna hug you after the show.
like
After the show.
so like
bro.
the things we was getting from our food back in Africa. That same nutrient is in marijuana, and that is good for your cellular.
You ever smoked weed before?
Yeah, I know that.
No.
I used to smoke weed.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
You people out there right now?
You people out there real
Niggas don't
quick.
even know if you want to put that out there. Anything.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
I don't care.
Yo, this nigga is in the Oh, this nigga. Oh, damn. Button up the man thing, dog.
Listen. That don't mean you do it now. But you could
of course
experiment
not.
it.
But I'm
I
just
mean,
saying, like, yeah, when
I dead ass
in
looked
my
at
younger
this nigga
days,
like,
in my younger days, I did take a puff.
you didn't inhale like Bill.
No, I didn't help. And it was a great feeling. You know what I'm saying? I got
walking on clouds.
The energy that I was like, oh, okay, this is dope. I see what it's about, but it's not something I
Yeah,
would.
exactly.
Hold on,
I
you got
lost
high
love
off one
with the
puff?
feeling.
Yeah,
When you never smoked
when you
before,
never-
Yo, y'all got.
Bruh.
Yo, I swear to God.
First,
Yo,
If you don't
pull.
smoke, you have one pull.
First pull, bro.
Yo, I swear
outta
to
here,
I
bro.
swear to God, it took me. I had to smoke like really like 3 times before I really felt
Bro,
how I was.
First time
Nah,
I've
bro.
ever smoked, after
maybe
smoking,
maybe I was smoking wrong. I don't know.
It's like I'm not high. Yo, so I start walking. I'm like, why?
Yo,
Everything felt like
Yo.
I felt like I had the softest pair of shoes on.
Everything is.
It was just like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm off
Wicked.
topic. Y'all niggas asking me questions.
nah, but that's good though. Nah, but that's good though.
Weed
So like, back to what I was saying. So like, it ain't just the THC. It's other things in the weed that help you, open up a little bit as far as thinking outside the box.
Yep.
And I think a lot of that is why people try to divert that from African Americans, because they know certain things help with
it
that.
will help. It definitely will.
It's like yoga for the white girl in college. It do something like mentally.
Yeah, shouts to weed. We got to move on to our last segment of the night, which is called Pop or
Flizza.
Flizza.
Figgly,
We're going to
Mac
start
Daddy.
it on the right side like we always do. Bad Boy 3 seems like it's on the way. It's official.
Can't wait.
How you feel about it on the right side?
I'm ready for it.
Yes, sir.
I'm ready for a pop.
Pop.
See it when I see it.
Pop.
Creed 2 set for Thanksgiving. I know it's out already. We already seen some people posting it. Catching that midnight show, I guess, or whatever. Creed 2, how you feel about it? You going to see it?
I'm ready for it.
I'm ready for it too. A pop.
Piz out.
Thursday.
Pop.
I don't know how much of you seen it, but I think this is one of the best movies I've seen for 2018. The Hate You Give. I don't know if you've seen it on the right side.
Good money, Pop.
I want to see it. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Please, everybody go see it. And if you have kids, if you have like daughters and sons, please take your kids to see this movie. It's a excellent movie.
Excellent movie.
I don't think it should slide under the radar for us. Please go see that movie. Definitely pop.
Funny story. I didn't see the movie, but I remember one time I was in Barnes and Noble. I was talking to this girl, and she actually gave me the book to read. And I thought it was gonna be stupid. For some reason, I bought the book and read it. It was actually a really good book.
Yeah, no, it's good, man.
How was the book?
Oh,
I said it's a really good book.
So pop.
Yeah.
All right. I just wanted you to say pop. Nah, I just wanted you to say pop. I like the energy we was having. Movie is
Trying to
definitely
get me
fire.
back.
Bastard. Nah,
Turn my head real quick. I just say it.
Yeah, the movie is a pop. I agree. I think it's like the best movie I saw this year.
His words that good?
yo,
Yeah,
son.
That's
Very
why
good.
I feel obligated to see it because of you, because of Rello and Ease. I talk so highly of the movie.
They EP called Fireside. How you feel about it on the right side?
It's okay. Not crazy.
Yeah, it's okay. I base how I like albums on the replay value for me. I only listened to it that one time. I never felt the need to go back. So I guess that's a flop.
Flop.
It wasn't whack though. It wasn't whack.
It ain't move us.
I'm gonna wait for the real thing. The EP, that's the appetizer.
I keep this movie. He was doing good. Now we
Oh,
quick. How you feel?
that's what you do. But Junior said, "Oh, a little backstory," but you didn't say nothing then. Right?
It was
Fuck
quick.
outta
Yours is kind of
here. Nigga, my shit was shorter. Pause.
Yeah, you getting better, huh? You getting better. You getting better. You peep, right? You peep how you getting better?
He even
Catch that quicker. Y'all niggas don't
sentence. He even finished the sentence yet.
He said, "Shorter What's your shorter poem?"
Y'all niggas don't take no days off, so I gotta hurry up. Go ahead,
That's
man.
it. You getting wittier. See what happened? You getting to it now. You getting to it.
Shut your ass up.
Yeah, that's it. Tell you.
Quick stay.
Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't great.
Quicks is a bad influence on my life.
What?
He's still thinking
I know exactly what he's talking about.
He's still
I
talking
don't know,
about
so
it.
I'm lost.
I know exactly what he's
I'm gonna
talking
say
about.
lost to it to drink this tea.
Puff, puff to the sky.
Niggas got
The
time
day
today.
is so for me.
Weed
It's like a
every
plop to me.
A plop.
Plop.
I
That's
like
a nice
two-
one. I like
so I
that.
like
I'm
two
gonna use that.
songs.
I'm gonna use that.
Guess
Two
what?
songs on it
You
that I like
definitely
for
just made a new
philosophy.
word for us.
It's a plop.
That's the new word for in between. If you can't,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to plop that. I'm gonna have to plop that.
That sounds nasty.
Yeah, it does
though,
sound plausible too.
Yeah, definitely. But
But
I like it.
That nigga's pause.
I like it.
no, no pause. It just sound nasty. Like, look at
Yeah.
that plop of fish.
It sound like this.
I knew
Nah, that's OD. That's OD. That's OD.
This nigga with Jill Scott on the mic. Just
yo. Nah, you wildin' now. You wildin' now. Red flag.
This is episode 30, and yo, he out. Nah, that's not-
dirty 30. Dirty
How you
30.
feel about it?
Nah, I thought it was dope. I actually liked it.
All right.
I ain't listening to that.
The last rocket takeoff. How you feel about it on the right side?
Mama.
Yeah. I heard it. I heard it maybe once, and then I thought it was cool, but I never went back to it. So it might be a plop.
I'm sorry, I'm not interested, man. So didn't get to it.
You didn't get to it?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Off of first listen, I like it. I like it better than Quavo shit. Which
Facts.
Ah, no. I gotta
But-
get to it.
Big facts.
Quavo.
Big facts. It's definitely better than Quavo.
But besides that, I'm not gonna hold you up. I would listen about 2 times, a couple times on the plane, like once or twice after I got back home, and I haven't gone back to it since. So I'm just gonna flop it.
Light swag. Couple
Yeah,
of times
nah,
on the
it's-
plane.
I like takeoff, but this is
Everybody be
wasn't
catching
for
you
me.
with that swaggy shit, nigga. Niggas be catching you. You not low, nigga.
Shut up.
Wasn't for me.
No good for me either.
I liked it.
I liked it. Honorable mention, the Creed soundtrack. Danger wanted to add this on there. How you feel about it on the right side? I didn't hear it yet.
I heard heard it once. I was lost, but I'm gonna watch the movie and then go back to it.
Yeah, that'll be.
He's saying it's lost because the album, like if you really listen to it, it's no in between. It's like really left or really like hip hop hardcore. And I feel like that's best of both worlds, and I like that those kind of albums because it's like
when you say left, what you mean? Explain.
it's like you'll get like
pop.
Like
some poppy.
even
like
more pop, more left than pop,
Oh,
like
okay.
some friggin' Amy Winehouse type of sound, like that kind of, you know what I mean, kind of vibe, and I
yeah,
like
I
it. You
fucks
know what I
with
mean?
that though.
That's why I said give it a chance, bro. Give it a chance. You know, once I tell you, once I'm annoying about listening to an album, that means I really
I think
like it. You feel me?
the mantra joint is tough.
And that's another reason why it's an honorable mention because I am going to go see the movie. So I really like the album. I'm really anxious to know what parts of the movie they play some of the songs that I really like a lot. So I'm really looking forward to that. You know what I mean? So it's a pop. The album is really dope.
Funny thing is, like, I listen to it.
Not for you.
And it's not really for me, but some of the, like, my most favorite song on there, and it's weird, it's like Gunna singing. It's him and some chick singing, but he's on the second verse. And I like that song a lot. Like,
This nigga like Gunna, son.
no, he's singing. He's harmonizing. Like, he's not doing that usual flow that he has. He's harmonizing. Yeah, he's actually harmonizing, and it sounds really good to me. So that's like my favorite song. But the rest, like it is left. It is. I would like to see the movie and then come back and see if I fuck with it more. But besides that, I'm
Oh,
flopping.
you listen to the whole thing?
Yeah. I listened to it a couple times because I'll be in the car. So
I ain't get to it yet. Well, you want me to
Come back
report
next
on
week.
the-
You supposed to come back
on the
this-
Metro?
this
Fire,
week.
fire, pop, pop.
Yes, sir. Good.
Yeah, fire. It's a vibey joint.
It's an honorable mention the same way for like Metro shit. That's why I'm saying try this one too.
All right.
Also, June, one more thing. I mentioned the Metro and Mike Will made it. You gotta remember, yo, Hypa, all this is inspiring to me, bro. The DJs is becoming the superstars again. The producers is becoming the
That's why we
superstars
gotta
again.
go back to school so we could learn how to do this shit, nigga. We gotta go back so we could.
I
be-
feel you. I
I feel you. But no.
It's gonna stay right there. It's gonna stay right there.
Not even, nigga. I'm going to school when I got YouTube on my laptop right here.
Okay.
YouTube University.
But yeah, go ahead, June. My bad.
No good.
I ain't listening.
How you feel? How you feel?
OSP playlist. What we got?
Now that's fire.
Oh shit.
Yo, man, y'all niggas gotta get it together, man. Y'all gotta remember y'all
I don't
songs.
even remember my song.
Shit.
It's always easy for me because y'all
You don't
always
remember?
start over there.
I don't remember.
Wow, son.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
remember.
we're gonna pass on your OSP.
Lil Wayne, Hasta La Vista and Jado. Go. You know I don't even know how to spell this nigga name.
It's an African song.
What's it? Joe
Afrobeat.
Oh,
Godo?
techno Jogodo.
Yeah, there you go. Boom.
Oh,
I gotta start writing my shit down.
Got some
bro.
Afrobeat on there, baby.
Yeah.
You ain't beat?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I was almost forgot my shit. I was about to kill
I
me.
gotta start writing my shit down.
His name is Eminem. He's called Reel It In. I really like that song. I had it on repeat like all weekend. It made me listen to the album today too.
Didn't
I
I
like
do
that
that
shit
in the chat?
Eminem.
Yeah. I think I
Okay.
did. It's a brown skin dude.
What the hell are you laughing at? I don't know what he's laughing
You
at,
know
but
what
he's
I'm
like,
laughing at,
oh
right?
wow, cause I'm dragging it.
Yeah.
I'm only dragging it because we actually got time this
Nah,
time. We had an
I don't
hour and
know.
15 minutes to be exact.
Yeah, I don't
But,
know. So you can go ahead.
And
but
the
I'll
second
just say-
song is it's Pharrell featuring Kendrick Lamar. It's called The Mantra. Please listen to that song. It's also on the Creed album. The song's so fire. Yo, Pharrell is friggin' fire, bro.
I heard about
It's
that.
phenomenal, bro. This nigga is like 80 years old and he's still bodying these young niggas.
I
out
still
here.
think Timberland better though.
Then Pharrell?
Yeah.
That's another topic for a podcast.
Yo, he always felt that way.
I mean, they both from Virginia.
What the
Crazy.
hell does that mean?
I don't know. You like that, right?
Fuck it.
That nigga tried. He thought he threw a wrench in that.
Just thought I thought to put it out there. You know what I mean?
He thought he had a point.
Talk,
Yo, mine was I'm back on my Afrobeat shit. Yo, I'm not gonna hold you. I took this.
This nigga's the Afrobeat king, nigga.
Yeah, I talked to this about Rel yesterday. I asked him. We was playing. We was at the basketball courts.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice invite.
Weezy.
Oh yeah, you
Oh,
right.
yeah, I forgot.
you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
you
you're right.
forgot.
I can't even
I
say
take
that.
the L. Take the L.
But yo, I asked him. I was like, yo, what you been listening to? I asked him what he been listening to. He's like, I ain't gonna hold you. I just been playing my favorite songs or favorite joints. I'm like, yo, honestly, there's nothing that I can play front to back that I can, excuse me, like fuck with. Like
Nah, I could.
nothing. Lately, there's nothing I could really say from the
Old
beginning to the end. I ain't gonna lie, I was doing that with Tory Lanez for a little while, and then it got so old after a while because I
mean, that's fine, but at least you were able to do that.
that's it. But so now I'm like, all right, what else am I gonna listen to now? So I went back to my Afrobeat. Say all of that to say I went back to my Afrobeat. I got like 2 new songs that I heard like last 2 weeks. Dude named Burna Boy. It's called Hallelujah, and WizKid Fever.
No,
That
no,
song?
I don't want to segue too much, but is this Afrobeat shit becoming like just as popular as reggae now?
Yeah.
Like,
It's
like, can you
kind of past reggae,
past
bro.
reggae now.
reggae?
Big time. Well,
Yeah.
dancehall to be exact. Yeah.
It's to a point where it's like
Kind of
if-
passive.
I'm just
bro.
saying.
Yo, I keep it a buck. Some of my Afrobeat segments be longer than my dancehall segments. Keep it a buck right now.
Yo,
Yeah.
is that a point where
I
if,
wanna
you,
hear
if
it,
you're
'cause I never heard
DJing
it.
and you playing like dance hall, you
Niggas
probably
underestimate my
you gotta
Afrobeat
play
segment.
you
Pull up,
gotta
pull
play
up.
the hottest
I don't
dance
even know
hall
how to
shit
dance to that
and
shit.
then go straight.
You know how to dance, period,
Y'all
nigga.
niggas not let me talk at
Go ahead,
all.
go ahead,
I'm
go
gonna just
ahead.
start doing that shit to y'all.
I like that. I like
Yo,
that.
yeah, it's at a point if you're playing dance hall, it's like
I'm sorry, Hypa.
hurry up, just straight to the
Straight to the
Afrobeat.
Afrobeat?
Yeah, and you can't play the commercial Afrobeat. You gotta play the Afrobeat. You know Afrobeat. Yeah,
Shit that chicks be fucking.
yeah.
Had to say it twice after.
Yeah, Afrobeat.
I'm telling
Afrobeat.
you, listen to my playlist. I'm gonna put it again in the chat, bro. I got some fire.
Yeah, you can't
I'll
play
try.
that.
It's a couple songs I like,
you
but
can't play that. They're already dragging it on the radio. That's already like commercial.
Afrobeats music
That's
is
old
beautiful.
for
It's
them.
beautiful, man.
all right, I got Wale, Girls on Drugs, and Travis Scott, Stargazing.
That song is fire.
All right, what do I got? I got Mon Coleon off his Neon project, The Watcher. And I got Saha the Prince off his No Dope on Sundays, Closer.
I might go back to that.
I did old school this
It's
week.
quality.
I did I Get Around by Tupac and Unity
always
by
do
Queen
old school,
Latifah.
too.
That's all he listens to.
Yeah, I don't fuck with y'all young niggas.
What you talking about? You listen to Takeoff.
Y'all niggas. You just make up your
And
mind, nigga.
Rowdy.
Do I?
Yeah, what you just said. You
Oh,
got
you like the Rowdy
Nah.
product too?
Nah, I like Rowdy. Yeah.
Oh, you liked it? The
I
part,
said-
part
yeah.
two? The part 2 joint? Or the first
The
one?
latest one that y'all just
Yeah, that's part 2.
Yeah, I
You liked it?
Feed,
Oh, wow.
feed the streets too.
Yeah, I seen that nigga on the Apple Music shit.
Oh,
I'm like, this nigga
What?
listening to this
He
shit
saw
again.
me on Apple Music. Like my picture popped up because I listened to the
the
album.
On Apple Music is profiles, and you can see who your
You can
friends
see
are.
which one of
what
your
your friends are
friends
listening to.
I don't even know that.
I told you. I've been told you. Remember Danger and Hypa was
Yeah,
like,
I
we
knew
ain't
he was
jumping
gonna
on
say
that.
Yeah, I know that. That's why we laughing. That's why we laughing at each other. We was waiting for you to come.
I was like,
Red flag. Red flag.
Big red, big red, big red.
we was waiting for you. to come.
Yo,
Pause that for repeating it.
He said it like this. We was with Hyper was like,
Nah, not me, brother. Not me, brother.
Ali similar on Facebook, Ali similar on YouTube, Ali similar on SoundCloud,
Spotify.
Well, we are now on Spotify.
Spotify.
Ali similar anywhere, man.
Apple
Click.
Music.
You should have
saw your Comment.
face, bro.
yo, Danger still thinking about this shit right now.
I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not. I'm listening to that guy, but
But
y'all niggas is
to the right of Rel, we got
Hyper.
he about to take your job. DJ
hell
Danger,
with
what's up?
Darren.
Rello,
June.
Easy.
Ali
Episode
similar
episode
podcast
30.
30.
The Oddly Similar Podcast.